Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew. I'm Matt.
I'm Petey. I'm Mimi.
Hey.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Daniel.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys. And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of things on the farm, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without your help.
Hey, while you're here, don't forget to like the video.
It is raining out this morning. Welcome back, everybody. It's so nice to see you. We're getting an earlier start than normal here on the farm because we have an important job to take care of right away. And that important job involves the animals this morning, so we're heading down around back. The important job this morning is hauling some cattle. I believe we're taking 3 head, Dad? Yeah, we're taking 3 head. I just confirmed it with the boss. Well, that was pretty easy.
When you know what you're doing, things go well.
For those of you that do not know, we sell beef through the farm market. So these cattle are for that exact purpose. So Dad is hauling them this morning, and then on his way back from hauling beef, he's gonna be picking up stuff from the wholesaler. We have grown our beef market quite a bit, so it does take a lot of effort to get everything taken care of and get all of the correct information down. But we've gotten it to a point where things run a little on the smoother side, and we never know how loading cows is gonna go in the morning, so I'm happy everything went smoothly. Now, the beef business is something we've all been working hard together on as a family, and the main reason for that is income. The beef business adds a nice chunk that allows all the family to continue working here. As you can see, Daniel just grabbed some silage for the cattle. So Daniel is down taking care of animals. It is still on the early side, but we're gonna work on getting the farm market set up. We're gonna get the farm market all cleaned and set up, and then we'll be checking on the greenhouses. You know, there's not too much excitement when it comes to setting up the farm market, but it is a very important job that needs to be done every single day. All we have to do yet is pull everything out of the cooler, but I'm gonna be taking a little break because Matthew just made me breakfast. Woohoo, it's a good morning. Farm market is now all set up. We are missing a few things, but as I mentioned before, Dad is gonna be coming back from the wholesaler. So we should be good for the morning, but now I'm gonna run up and start checking on some greenhouses. We got hit with a nice rain this morning, but it has now stopped, and it's bringing a cold front to us. Over the past couple days, we've dealt with some very warm temperatures, which for this time of the year, it was warmer than normal, so we kind of enjoyed it. The only thing is, it has brought some cooler temperatures to us, which I'm not used to now because we've been dealing with all that warm weather. So it is a little on the chilly side. Now, since it's not gonna be hot and sunny out today, we're gonna be dealing with cloudy weather. I don't need to be too concerned about watering today. So then you're probably wondering, Andrew, why are you going up to the greenhouse to check on the plants then? Well, for one thing, I didn't come up here just for me. I came up for you guys as well. I wanted to show you how our planting of peppers is looking. Right here we have a bell pepper called Revolution, and the germination rates on these peppers has been phenomenal. The interesting thing is peppers don't always have the best germination rates. So when you get a stand like this, it makes us very happy. Most of these 98 cell trays that we have here are bell peppers, but as we move down a little further, we have some peppers that are still working their way out of the soil, and these are the giant Marconi or the Italianelle peppers. We sell plenty of bell peppers and sweet Italianelles. And what we have here is not everything that we're gonna be seeding when it comes to bells or Italianelles. This is gonna be our first planting. For those of you that are new here, when it comes to planting and harvesting vegetables, we like to take care of everything in plantings. So if we have a few different plantings, that allows us to stretch our harvest period. So it allows us to have a longer harvest, and it also allows our customers to be able to enjoy fresh produce for longer in our local area. Not only do we have our peppers in the 98 cell trays, but also in the 512 plugs, we have some hot cherry peppers. These are gonna all be for sales. We also have cubanelle, jalapeno. We have eggplant. We have slim eggplant. And we also have a striped eggplant. We move down a little further. We have some Thai basil, some bell peppers, and we also have some Italianelle. The bell peppers for sales and the bell peppers that we had seeded for ourselves were seeded at the same time. And it's nice to see that the trays are keeping up with one another. It does look like our planting of bell peppers is starting to get a little bit more size, but they also have more room for root development, and they also are on the heated tables. We are not running the heat on these tables at the moment. We do have our bell peppers here, but as we move up, we have some stuff that we've seeded later on. We have a cubanelle pepper and then another variety of bell. We have some long Italian hot peppers, jalapenos. We have hot wax peppers and poblanos. And then on the other side, we have a few varieties of hot cherry right here. Now, the stuff that has not come up yet was seeded quite some time after the bell peppers that are now up. But if we give it a few more days, everything will be popping out of the soil and it's gonna look just the same. I mentioned one of the reasons why I came up here was to show you guys how everything looks, and that was true. But another thing is, I was just checking temperatures in the greenhouse. Sometimes we will adjust the thermostats, so we have to make sure that we put them back. So I was up here checking temperatures. I was also making sure that all the doors and windows were shut. We've been having them open because it's been so hot, but it is cooler today. And probably the last and final thing was checking for dry spots. Now, it's gonna be cloudy today. We might not have to water, but I still wanted to make sure there was no areas that were really dry. And from what I've seen with my time inside the germination greenhouse, it's looking pretty good. I've made my way into the largest greenhouse, and we have Aunt Bonnie and Aunt Rhonda working on something pretty cool. What they are doing is going along the geraniums that we have here and actually pulling off the buds. And you're probably thinking, why are they pulling the buds off the flowers? That's where the flowers come from. That's where the beauty comes from. But there's actually a few good reasons as to why they're doing that. One thing that this does is it stops these flowers from blooming. It's not time for these flowers to be sold yet, so we want to make sure that they push all their blooms right when the customers are ready to get them. Another thing it does by pulling off these buds, it encourages the plants to put more growth into the plant itself, and then later on you will have more buds because the plant is larger and the plant is stronger. Now, Bonnie, for the people at home, does this hurt the plant pulling off these buds?
Absolutely not. They're saying, hooray, I can breathe.
And you hear that? That's from a professional. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is go for a walk through the greenhouse. The air just feels good in here. With the girls working in greenhouse number 4, I don't really need to be too concerned about it today. They're gonna be working in there practically all day, so if there's anything that needs to be attended to, they'll see it way before I do. Right after we got finished loading up cattle, Daniel got the animals taken care of. So animals are all finished for the morning. Well, Matt, what's it look like? Anything need to be taken care of in here?
Just a couple spots. It's real cloudy today, so we don't want to water too much, but just a little bit of dry spots we want to hit, especially in our 806s and our packs of stuff, because those dry out the fastest. The stuff in pots can go a little bit longer, but we want to check on all of our 806s and anything that's in a tray.
If you go back and watch the past few videos from when we've been working in here, you'll see how these plants have grown every single video. Everything has grown so much in these past few days. It's just exciting every time we get down here to find out what's grown the most. Well, I thought I was gonna be moving on to the next greenhouse, but we hear a truck backing up there, which means a shipment has just arrived. So Matthew is running and taking care of that. Did you get that delivery all taken care of?
Yep, got it all taken care of.
Matthew and I just got finished with watering greenhouse number 4, so now we're checking on greenhouse number 5. Right off the bat, I see a few dry spots, so those are gonna need to be taken care of. But while I'm here, I have some kinda happy news. The kale plants that lived are starting to push out growth. Even though it's only a few of them, it's still exciting to see that not all of them were killed by the chickens. As we move away from this front corner, the rest of the cole crops all look phenomenal. And the best looking stuff is our broccoli. This imperial broccoli is amazing. We're so fortunate that the chickens didn't damage that broccoli because that stuff looks really, really good. And one more thing that I'm not sure if I had shown you, we planted some strawberries in packs and the growth is coming out nicely. Not only did we do some strawberries in packs, but we also did a few in hanging baskets. And it's gonna take some time for those to get to the point where they'll be bearing fruit, but for right now, they're looking really good. I just helped Daniel really quickly pull the forklift into greenhouse number 6. If you look along the top of the greenhouse, you can see right here we have a pole that goes the whole length of the greenhouse. But on this side, we have no pole. So what we're hoping is that we'll be able to install a pole along this side of the greenhouse and thus be allowed to store more hanging baskets in here. Because every year we raise more and more hanging baskets and we're running out of space to put them. So we're trying to make more space.
Now, we're not gonna put this together till Dad gets here because we'll probably do it wrong. But how these poles work is there's connectors and you just tighten down each side. The pipe will go all the way down the greenhouse.
I just walked up into the largest greenhouse to make sure the girls didn't need any trays, but Daniel was well ahead of me and he got their entire cart filled. Yeah, that's what I need. Who left that big rock in the back of the side-by-side? They don't need them just yet, but the girls are gonna need more 806s, so they asked me to bring up the inserts. So now that the inserts are here, the machine is full. If they do need to, for some reason, fill trays while we're gone, they can do it. On our walk down, Dad and I carried some flowers that the girls had just got done transplanting, but we were not heading to greenhouse number 4, we were heading to greenhouse number 6, the greenhouse that we put the forklift in this morning. Daniel, myself, and Dad are now together in greenhouse number 6, and we're gonna be working on hanging up this new line. And this would be difficult in any other greenhouse, but the forklift fits in this greenhouse, which is gonna make this job a lot easier.
We're putting in another line of pipe so that we can hang a row of hanging baskets. So we have to just hold it straight and then fasten the pipe.
It's gonna be hard for me to do it by myself up here.
Well, you're not by yourself.
Favorite part is when Dad lifts his arms up to put the bar up there, his shirt pops up, his belly's hanging out. Oh, the driver's set was almost within tongue reach of one of the calves.
Look at the lettering. Here.
Don't tell me you dropped something.
Okay, ready?
Now, that's like the 8th thing you've dropped. Right there. The calves in greenhouse number 6 are so confused as to what's going on. Daniel just connected the 2 pipes together. Now they're putting brackets on at every hoop that we have here in the greenhouse just to make sure that things are firm and it can support the weight of the baskets. Matthew has now joined us right when we're about to finish. He was helping a customer. They got 15 flats of plants. So we're starting to move plants, which is a good sign. And we're getting our last pipe hooked up. So once we get the pipe hooked up, that will be a good deal, but we're still gonna need to get the water line prepped for the rest of the baskets that are gonna be in here. And we're also gonna need to hang the baskets. We figure while we put our water lines in, might as well hang up some baskets as well. So we're grabbing hanging baskets right now.
Matt told us one.
Excuse me?
Actually, you're good right there. Stop. You're good right there. Okay, perfect.
See, I know what I'm doing.
These work pretty nice, actually.
That's why I brought them down.
Yeah. That's why I tell you. That's why you're in charge, Dad. And that's why you're the boss. That's why you got paid the big bucks.
Got a red Holstein.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, that is where we're gonna stop for the morning. We just got the call that it is lunchtime. We did get a lot accomplished this morning, and getting this line started is a big deal for us. So after lunch, we'll be able to get the rest of the pots hung up in this greenhouse. Alrighty, let's see what we're having. Ooh, it looks like we're having some leftovers today. Check that out. But that sounds good to me. Right after lunch, we got the rest of those baskets hung up in greenhouse number 6. And then we spent a little time moving some plants around. We were going from greenhouse to greenhouse. We actually needed to do some watering. But now Dad and I are up in the germination greenhouse, and we've been taking the bell peppers and the Italianos off the heated tables. And we decided while we were here, it'd be a good opportunity to get the stuff that wasn't on the heated tables moved onto the heated tables. Fine for me too. Look at that. Boom. Now everything that needed to be on the heated table is on the heated table. Well, everyone, we are now up at the house for dinner. And Tracy, what are we having for dinner tonight?
It's called Marry Me Chicken.
Well, everybody, we're having marriage chicken tonight. So that means this is where we're gonna end the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.